Hey, it's Joey, and I'm here to do an episode review of The Reality New Jersey, Season 9, Episode 3. Okay, so, this episode was called The Jersey Wives Club, I think. The Jersey Wives Club, yeah. Okay, so this whole episode, they're in Oklahoma. This is their first cast trip to Oklahoma. Okay. Let's get started. There's a lot. Oh shit, there's a lot to get through. Oh my god. Okay. Woo. All right. Okay. So the first thing is before everyone's packing in the beginning of the episode, and Joe tells Melissa while she's packing for Oklahoma that that Teresa texted him that morning saying, "Well, they're in Oklahoma to spend time with the father." And Joe thinks, why is Teresa keeps telling him this? It's none of her business. You know, that's between me and my father. And then he tells Melissa to go tell Teresa off or something. I agree with him one thing. I can't talk. I agree with him with one thing he said. Which is, it is not Teresa's business. It's not. It's not Teresa's business. It is between the father and him. If the father has a problem, if the father knows how to talk and he doesn't have Alzheimer's or something and he's perfectly fine to hold a conversation, then he should be the one to tell Joe his feelings. This is none of Teresa's business. None. Teresa is just too overprotective of the father, which I get, but this is Joe. This is the son. She doesn't need to be overprotective with the father when it comes to Joe. Because, again, that's her brother and that's his son. So she doesn't really need to be in the middle of that. So, yeah, that's what I agree with. I don't agree with Joe telling Melissa to get involved and to tell Teresa off because that's just a bad thing to do. Why would he want that to happen? Why would he want Melissa to go tell Teresa off when that's just gonna, they're on thin ice with their relationship. They're already Teresa really could care less about Melissa. So why would you tell Melissa to go tell her off? You shouldn't do that. That's just, if you have the problem, you should tell Teresa, not let Melissa do it. I just think that's wrong. So they go to Oklahoma to Margaret's friend Polly's ranch or house or something. She has a beautiful property, beautiful house, beautiful everything. So she's showing her, Polly's showing everyone around. Danielle did not come. Danielle was the only one who did not come on the trip. Because Marge, what happened last episode with Marge and her, so she didn't invite her. So anyway, she's showing, Polly's showing everyone around. And Jen, this is when Jen, the last episode review I did, this is when I said, okay, well, she's bougie and she's, she's a little bit, I don't even remember the word I used, but you know what I mean. She's just about her Chanel, about her Versace. She's very self-centered, right? Okay. And this is when I started confirming it. So she tells them, she goes, while Polly's showing everyone, the house, Jen goes, oh, I have a bigger house than you or something. No, she goes, my house is so tall and so high that you can see the city and everything else from it. I have the tallest house in my whole neighborhood. Basically just trying to one up Polly and her property and everything. I don't know if Jen meant it that way. I just think she meant to add in and she just wanted to add conversation to it and just my house you can see the landscape or whatever. But it did sound like, oh, well, just trying to be like, okay, well, this is your house. Well, from my house you can see the city. So try to top that. Something like, you know what I mean? That's how she sounded, but I don't know if that's the way she meant it. So there's this trailer or something, this camper out in the back, and Dolores is the only one who basically said, I will go into the camper. The camper was beautiful. It was really, really nice. If I were to sleep in a camper, I would sleep in it. But Jen was like, that would be the camper I would sleep in if I were to sleep in a camper. But Jen was like, I ain't sleeping in that camper. Which, I'm for it. I'm for it because that would be me too. If I did not see the camper and I was just like, oh, well, there's a camper out in the back, I probably would be like, no, I'm not sleeping in that. No one told me about that. They said I would be in a bed and that's it. It'd be in a bedroom. So that's where I'm going to be, right? However, If I would have went out to see the camper, I would have seen how gorgeous it was, and I would have been like, peace out. I got this whole thing to myself. I'm good. Bye-bye. But Jen didn't see the camper. She just went, oh, well, it's a camper. I'm not going to it. I'm not going to be spending the nights in the camper. So, so they're at dinner, and Polly's, you know, making this whole dinner or whatever with her professional chef. And Jackie opens up about her eating disorder. That, you know, she got very anxious at restaurants, and she would bring her own food, and they showed a picture of her at her wedding. She looks really, really skinny. She looked really sickly skinny, like really bad. And she said that the husband's family was saying, like, is she alright? Like, what happened to her? Like, is she okay? You know, so, but she said she doesn't have the eating disorder anymore, and that she's perfectly fine now, but, you know. But that picture of her wedding, oh my god, you can see her, like, the skin was, like, this thin, you know what I mean? Like, the bone, like, you can literally see the bone. Like, it looked like, she looked like a skeleton. So then Melissa, after dinner, they go into, like, the living room. And Melissa opens up that someone told her, one of the mediums, she went to a medium, and then she told her that she has another sister out there in the world. That she doesn't have only 2 sisters, she actually has 3. At first when I heard it, I was like, oh, so the medium means Teresa, because Teresa's like a sister-in-law, it's like a sister figure, I guess. But then I was like, no, she didn't mean Teresa. The medium meant that the father, when he cheated on Melissa's mother, he might have had a child with another woman. That's what the medium meant. But at first, when I heard the story, I'm like, oh, maybe she's referring to Teresa, because she's like a sister figure. Not really, but you know what I mean. But no, she's referring to an actual sister, like a blood sister, right? So she said there was this woman behind the funeral at the father's wake, and no one knew who she was, and she thinks that's her sister. She's breaking down, and Teresa does in her confessional. She says, "Oh, Melissa's so worried about this sister she doesn't even fucking know, but she's not worried about my father. Oh, I'm so fucking pissed." I'm like, oh my goodness, like. I do think Melissa's weird for bringing this up so randomly. I don't know why she did that. I don't know why I guess Jackie opened up about her eating disorder, so maybe Melissa wanted to open up about something. But I don't understand why she opened up about this in the middle of Oklahoma. I just don't get it. Like, why open up about this random? Since you've been on the show for how many seasons, you never spoke about this, and all of a sudden you're speaking about it? I think because of the medium told it, but still it's like, I don't know. It's just weird to bring that up in front of Teresa. I don't know. Because, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like Teresa would have definitely taken offense than she did. I mean, she's like, oh, well, you have another sister. Well, you know, I'm right here. Even though Teresa could give 2 shits less than Melissa. But anyways. So, anyways, that passes. Okay, the next day, Teresa calls up her father, and the next morning, and the father tells Teresa that Joe's spending time with me today. That we're going out for dinner, and Teresa thinks, oh, well, it's because Melissa is not there. She thinks Melissa, when she went to the Hatchet Throwing party the week before, Joe spent time with the father. So whenever Melissa's not there, she thinks Joe's spending time with the father. Let me see. I don't see how that... This is the thing. She's trying to say that... Which is wrong. She's trying to say that Melissa is keeping Joe from his father. Basically is what she's saying. She's saying that Melissa is basically telling Joe not to spend time with the father. That's what basically Teresa's saying in many words. So, we know Melissa's not doing that. But okay, is it fishy that every time Melissa's away, Joe spends time with the father? I don't know. I think that maybe Joe, when Melissa's around, Joe rather spends his time with the whole family, Melissa and the children, rather than just spending time with the father, because he wants to just spend time with the immediate family, his wife and the kids, which I get, because that's your immediate family, you gotta spend time. But I think there is a line where, yes, you do have to spend time with the father in some regards here. And listen, if there's no time, there's no time. Like, well, I'm working like a dog now. Like, I really started working like a lot now. And no, I really don't have time for anything. you know, my grandma called me and left me. I don't even have time to call her. So I get when you're really busy. Teresa lives with the father, so she does not know. You know what I mean? Like, I think if she not lived with the father again, she would not be spending all this time with him. It's just normal. But do I think Joe needs to spend more time? Yes, I do, in some regards. But anyway, she gets off the phone with him. They go down for breakfast, and Teresa brings it up at the table, which, this is why Teresa's Teresa, you know? I mean, should she have done that? No. But again, she's trying to throw a dig at Melissa. As we said a million times before on my YouTube channel doing these reviews, Melissa could go either way with Teresa. She can be friends with her. She doesn't have to be friends with her. She's friendly with her. She could care less. Teresa, on the other hand, just doesn't give two shits about Melissa. Doesn't give two damns. And the reason why they haven't been arguing that much, I think, is because Teresa was so busy with going to jail and the mother dying, coming back from jail, and all this other stuff, that she didn't even have time to argue with Melissa the last few seasons. But now that nothing's really going on this season with, like, her, you know, she's basically, you know, no one's dying, no one's going to jail, so she has more time to let's just argue with Melissa. Because honestly, Melissa, she hates Melissa. Hates her. Hates her. For whatever reason, I don't know. Because we weren't there when she first met Melissa. But she hates her. Okay? And listen, I get it, because I specifically hate someone. We all know who I hate. So I get it. When you hate someone, it's hard to try to get along with them. But Teresa needs to just keep it real then. And just be like, I hate you. I don't want to be around you. And that's it. Then to just try to be friendly with her, but then throw digs at her every second of the day. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not right. So anyway, she brings it up at the table. And that Joe's seeing the father. And she thinks because, you know, Melissa's not there, Joe's seeing the father. Dolores agrees. And says Melissa, you know, that Joe should see the father more or whatever. And Melissa tells her to mind her fucking business. Which I was like, ooh. I did not see Melissa telling Dolores that. But she said, yeah, mind your motherfucking business. This is all at the breakfast table, by the way. At Marge's friend Polly's ranch. This is all at the breakfast table. So, so then Dolores says, you know, you should have also been there. Okay, so Joe and Melissa went on vacation the weekend of the mother's death's anniversary. So the weekend that the mother died, the year anniversary, they went out on vacation. Which, that's not cool. You know, I'm with Melissa on a lot of this episode, but this specific thing, I'm not with her at all. You don't go on vacation. If that was the only weekend that they can get away, okay, fine. But I mean, you should not go on vacation the weekend of the anniversary of the mother's death. You should not do that. You should not do that. Okay? Not saying, you know, she thinks, well, they're saying that because Melissa thinks they're saying that as if, okay, Joe doesn't care about the mother. But it's like, okay, it's not that he doesn't care about the mother, but it doesn't look right. Like, Teresa's like, oh, you know, in family culture, family tradition, you know, you don't go away, you spend time with the family on an anniversary, especially the first anniversary of the death. I have to disagree with Teresa. It's not just Italian culture, it's everyone's families. If it's the year anniversary of the death, you do not go on vacation. You just don't do it. It's just common sense. Melissa and Joe did, which was wrong, but they did it. And I get why Teresa's pissed about that. I would be pissed about that too. I mean, there's a lot of things Teresa should not get involved with this situation because it should be between Joe and the father. But this, I can get it. I can be like, well, no, like, you should have not went on vacation the anniversary of my mother's death. So I get Teresa on this specific argument, in the whole argument. But everything else, I don't. Okay, Melissa says you have more time to see the father. She doesn't have to. Oh, she says that. So Melissa's trying to throw a dig now. Which I get it. Teresa keeps throwing these digs at you, so eventually you're going to snap and throw a dig back. And especially because you're in front of this whole breakfast table, and she's basically trying to embarrass you in front of the breakfast table, so I get it. So Melissa finally had enough and was like, well, you know what? You have more time to cater towards your father because you don't have a husband to cater towards right now. Which, ooh, that was fucked up. That was just fucked up. I mean, I get Melissa, she's pissed, and I get it. Like, I probably would say something like that, too, if people, like, if she was jabbing at me like that. But that was just still so wrong. Like, I have to just admit, that was just so wrong. And Melissa, that was a calculated thing Melissa said. I mean, that was. Like, she thought about that. I was like, no, I'm going to say this. Like, I know that's what she did. So, Melissa tells Teresa so Melissa tells Teresa that Joe's eventually going to explode. That he's eventually going to explode. And, Teresa goes, well, you should make him not explode. You should try to calm him down and not make him explode. And Melissa's like, no, I can't control a man. Like, do you control your husband? And Teresa's like, yeah, I do. Okay, so this is what I think about this. Melissa should not be saying Joe's about to explode in a way like, oh, well, you should stop it because you're going to make Joe explode. No one's actions should make someone else explode. Joe should learn by now not to explode and to be saying it and to be talk in a calm manner. If he has a problem with Teresa about getting involved, which he should voice it in a calm way, not explode. So I don't think Melissa should be like, well, Joe's about to explode, so you should not make him explode. You know what I mean? Like, no. No one should make no one explode. You get what I'm saying? And I think what Teresa was trying to say was, my actions should not make him explode. That's what I think she was trying to say. But then she said something like, oh, well, you should make him not explode, which that makes no sense. No one's going to control anybody, you know what I mean? Like, Melissa can't control Joe for not exploding if he's going to explode, you know what I mean? I just think Melissa should not be like, oh, well, he's about to explode, so you better watch it kind of thing. She should be, like, telling her husband, which Teresa's right a little bit. Like, I think Melissa, if she thinks Joe is about to explode, Melissa's with Joe, she should tell him, don't explode, like, calm down. So Teresa's actually right about that. However, Teresa's not right about being like, oh, well, I can control my husband. No, she can't. Let's keep it real. No, she can't. I don't think anyone can control anybody. You can tell your husband, you're like, no, you shouldn't do this or whatever, which Melissa should be doing to Joe. But at the end of the day, Melissa can't be like, you're not exploding today. You're not going to explode. She doesn't know. She can't control it. She doesn't know that. So, yeah. I agree with both in different ways. Yeah. This was just a whole argument at the breakfast table. It's crazy. So then Melissa finally tells Teresa, just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. I don't know if Margie's friend Polly was present during this. I don't know if I think she was. She had to be if she was this is her house. But I didn't see her at the at the breakfast table. But I think she was there. But imagine, I'm inviting you into my home and this... I'm surprised Marge didn't try to stop it. I mean, you have this argument taking place in your friend's home and you're not trying to stop it. I would be mad. If I was her friend, I would be mad at Marge. So, Teresa leaves. Marge defends Teresa at the table. Goes, the comment about not catering to Joe, in jail because he's in jail, whatever, was a low blow. But Jackie defends Melissa saying, that she should stick up for her husband, that she shouldn't keep quiet, and that they shouldn't put Melissa in the middle anyways. Which, yeah, in a way, she's putting Melissa in the middle. But then Joe did tell Melissa to tell Teresa off. So, I mean, Joe's also putting Melissa in the middle. So they're both putting Melissa in the middle. So then after breakfast, some go fishing. I don't remember who goes fishing. I think most of them go fishing except for Marge. Marge stays in the cabin, the ranch. And then Melissa and Jackie go to a shooting range. And Jackie shoots the bullseye, which is crazy because the bullseye was far away and she shoots it. She does a really good job. And I'm like, damn. And she did the same thing. I didn't mention this, but in the last episode review, Marge, Jackie threw the hatchet or whatever, the hatchet throwing party, and she hit the bullseye. So she's good at hit. She's really eye coordinated, if that's the word. She knows how to aim it right at the goal, which is great. She knows how to pin the tail on that donkey, honey. Anyways, so they go back to the house, and Marge tells Jen that she's high maintenance because she didn't volunteer to go into the camper. And Jen says no, she's very humbled. Something she's humbled about sometimes, yeah, I mean, she could be, but she's more humbled than anything, Jen says, which, I don't agree with that. I'm sorry, sweetie, I don't. I mean, I don't know you that much. This is only the third episode, but from what I'm seeing, even before this episode even began, I knew this is the way you were. So anyways, So anyways, but she agrees with Teresa. She's like, yeah, I think that Joe should spend more time with the father. And Melissa talks to Jackie separately and just tells her, yeah, I'm just pissed at Teresa for bringing it up at the table. She shouldn't have done that. So Teresa, Jen, and Jackie go shopping, and and Dolores. And Melissa stays back. She doesn't want to go because Teresa's there. And Jackie tells Melissa she's not coming and tells Teresa that she shouldn't be telling Melissa that Joe should be spending more time with the father. That says that Joe's trying to spend as much time as he can, and Teresa's confused as to why Jackie's getting involved in this. Jackie says don't put Melissa in the middle. So Jackie's getting involved a little bit. She shouldn't get involved, but I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like Jackie might have thought, oh, well, Marge was defending Teresa a little bit at the table, so let me defend Melissa. I think Jackie really loves Melissa, and they're really good friends at this point. Like, they're really growing into really good friends. So I think Jackie's going to defend Melissa to the moon and back now. She really genuinely loves Melissa. So that's that. So I get it. If you're really, I mean, I know you just met this girl, but I mean, if you're really growing like a really good attraction to her and you really becoming really friendly with her, and that's basically your best friend out of the whole friend group in the cast, I get that's the one you're going to defend. So afterwards, after shopping and everything, they're about to go to dinner. Before dinner, Melissa goes to Teresa's room and tells her, you embarrassed me today early at breakfast. And Melissa thinks that you tolerate me instead of accepting me. This whole conversation, I really felt for Melissa. Because I felt like Melissa, all the bullshit aside, Melissa was really trying to talk to Teresa in this conversation. Like, really trying to really get to her. And it was as if she was talking to a brick wall. I felt so bad for her. I really did, because I really felt like Melissa was really trying to get through to Teresa, but Teresa could care less. She really could have cared less. Teresa was just looking at her as if she had 10 dicks on her head. I'm like, Teresa, Melissa's really trying with you right now. And I was like, please, I was like trying to wake Teresa up a little bit. And Teresa's just not fucking caring, because again, Teresa does not give a shit about Melissa or her feelings. So anyways, Melissa says, you always refer to me as the wife. The wife. It's very dismissive. I'm the wife. I'm not Melissa. I'm not your sister-in-law. I'm the wife. Melissa, Teresa hates your guts. Okay? And I can attest to this because I refer to my dad's wife, I'm saying it now, my dad's wife as the wife. I don't refer to her as her name. I don't refer to her as my stepmother. When I speak about her, I refer to her as my dad's wife, or the wife. And I do it because I hate her, and I am doing it to be dismissive, keeping it real. So I know firsthand what that means when I use the word the wife, because I do it. So Teresa's deliberately doing that because she hates you. But we know this already. Should she be saying the wife? No. But I think Teresa should just keep it real at this point and tell you, which would be hard to say, but I think she just needs to say it. I don't like you at all, and I'm just tolerating you. Which I think Melissa is trying to get to her and saying, I know that you're just trying to tolerate me, but I just want you to tell me it. Or just finally accept me for who I am. But Teresa just says, Teresa doesn't give two shits. All she's saying, Teresa doesn't understand where Melissa's coming from. She's just saying, I just want Joe to spend time with the father. I don't know why Melissa's bringing this up. Tells Melissa, I am just going to accept you for who you are. Melissa thinks, well, who am I? Melissa's really trying to reason Teresa. Melissa says, you want me to basically be the way you and Joe grew up. And that's just not how I grew up. We all grew up differently. But I'm trying here. And I'm not going to be the picture-perfect sister-in-law that you want me to be. But, I'm still trying my best here. And I'm just never going to be the perfect sister-in-law that you have me pictured in your head. I'm just not going to be. So you just need to accept me. And again, Teresa's just like... Teresa's like, well, Melissa just wants to sweep shit under the rug. I'm like, Teresa, please. Teresa, please. Sweep what under the rug? Like, I felt really bad for Melissa in this scene. I really did. I don't even think Melissa realizes how much Teresa hates her. I just don't even think. Unless, oh, she does, and she does. She's not that stupid, and she does realize it, but she's just still trying. I don't know. It could be either or. But I just think Melissa needs to stop trying. Because she's looking like a retard at this point. So Teresa says in a confessional, this is the very last, like, sentence of the episode. She says in a confessional, she goes, I'm going to go to my brother, and I'm not going to hold back. Go to your brother about what? About spending time with the father? That's not your business. That's not your business, Teresa. Oh, this really frustrated me because she's getting involved in this so much, and it's like, it's not your business. It's between the son and the father. If someone else was coming between your father and causing disrespect about your father, I get it. But this is your brother. This is his son. You should not get in the middle of that, sweetie. Anyways. Okay, so then the next episode, they're still in Oklahoma, and Jen and Marge argue. Over what? I don't know, because we really don't see much in the preview. But that's the episode review, the third episode of the 9th season, the Jersey Wives Club. I hope you guys enjoyed. I do enjoy doing these episode reviews. This season's really good so far. I'm really loving this season. I loved last season, as you guys know. But this season is pretty almost topping it almost. So we'll see how the rest of the season plans out. But yeah. That's my thoughts about the third episode. You know, I try so hard to what's the word? Understand everyone's point of views in these episode reviews and where everyone's coming from. But sometimes it's just hard to understand where certain people are coming from. Like Teresa in this episode, she just was so wrong. In that last scene, she was so wrong. Like, you can't defend her. You can't defend that. How am I going to defend that and say, oh, well, you know, what Teresa's saying is right? I mean, I can't defend that. I just can't. I can't defend that on my episode review. I just can't do it. I just can't. She was so wrong. And even me, I hate my dad's wife with a passion. But if she came to me like Melissa just came to Teresa in that episode, I would not have acted that way. And I hate my dad's wife. But I wouldn't even act it like that. So, yeah. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm gonna go. Today I had work. I got my birthday present. My birthday's in a month, but I got my birthday present. It's like these, I don't know what this is. Bite Cosmetics. I don't even know. It's a lipstick or whatever. It's at Sephora. Gonna wear Mannequin. Mannequin's become my new favorite nude, guys. This is Mannequin by Jeffree Star. It's become my new favorite nude. It smells like root beer. And it's really become my new favorite nude. Like, I love Celebrity Skin. That's my favorite, all-time favorite nude. But Mannequin's really getting up there. I don't know. I've been really liking Mannequin. I can see why this is Jeffree Star's favorite nude of all time, or favorite color he's ever created. It's really good. I'm so happy I got it. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to upload this tonight. Tomorrow, I'm going to upload the giveaway and what you're going to win, everything, the giveaway thing tomorrow. And then I'm going to try to do more videos during the week. Trying to think. I'm going to do a top 12. My next video I'm going to film is probably the top 12 favorite Christmas scents at Bath & Body Works of all time, which will be filmed tomorrow. Okay? Love you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and bye.